Social media is useful for communicating with people I don't see 24/7, which is pretty much everyone. So anyone I don't live with, it's useful for communicating with them.
A majority of teens, 70%, say they venture onto social networking sites every day.
Rising rates of self-harm by Australian teenagers are alarming parents and mental health authorities alike. Now the trend has taken on a disturbing new dimension, with concerns that social media sites are fueling the phenomenon.
Well, Whistler is a social polling app, mostly social polling, where it's the users are only high school students.
The best way to look at it is that it is the first high school mobile network.
What's interesting is that the data shows that teenagers or high school age children are not using Facebook as much anymore.
The reason being is that it's no longer a contextual network for them. A lot of the social media tools that are out there today have been designed for a different demographic and are being adopted by high school students instead of being designed for high school students.
I think that it is a very challenging but exciting time in your life, and there's so much creativity and enthusiasm within the high school demographic that is very different from being in college or being in middle school. So in order to capture that, I think it's really important for high schoolers to have their own space and a safe space.
We've noticed that high school students in this day and age are being raised with in an environment that has connected devices all around them. The fact that they no longer have an authentic network for themselves, we want to play that role for them.
With Whistler, it's social polling, right? So the user posts something, the user can vote on polls, and I think that sort of interaction is really easy because it's not two-sided. It's not like a chat on Facebook where people have to reply to each other. So in that case, I think Whistler could help make it easier to interact with people who aren't very approachable.
It really is a place to express yourself in any way you like. You don't have to worry about pleasing your mum when you're posting, or you don't have to worry about, you could post about like music and you don't have to worry about your uncle commenting and being like, what's that band?
It's also very safe. So one thing that we're very big on here at Whistler is that we want to make sure that everybody within that network is within that demographic.
Well, first of all, it checks your location. So if you're near the high school you claim to be from, so it checks your location, and also checks your name. So if you're like a student in that school, and also your grade.
We verify that nobody can jump into the network unless they have an authenticated phone number.
Currently, we do have this team of interns who are responsible for flagging posts that seem, that they're not quite right. We have a program called CRISP, which actually monitors all of our content to make sure it's positive, it's, safe.
We have a lot of interesting techniques around reporting, around monitoring, to ensure that it's a clean, fun, safe network. But at the same time, high school students can still be themselves, they can still be rowdy, they can still be funny.
So we're hoping to be the app that high schoolers love and want, hoping to spread nationwide, and kind of just seeing how we can help the high school experience make it better, more encouraging, and just a positive, safe place for high schoolers to be.
When more students join the app, I think, first of all, the polls would be more effective. You could get more information, so in that way it's more beneficial for whoever posted the poll, so they can see, out of a larger group of people, what people think, what is the main opinion, and I think it'd just be a more satisfying way to communicate with everyone, because more people are on there, more people in your community are listening or interacting with you.
At this point, we've tested out a lot of features on the utility side and social side of things, and we're getting close to a big launch soon with a superset of those features. And whether it's one application or a series of applications, I can't say, but there's a lot of exciting and new stuff coming up. So.